Hey y'all, and welcome back to the party. It's your girl, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Patrice O'Neal. Nice guys finish last. Here's why. Let's see what he has to say.
Man, what's going on, buddy?
I just wanted to say that, I can see it from both sides. I used to be, a real nice guy and all, but, it wasn't working out for me, girl,
Why? Now, wait a minute. What made you think it wasn't working out for you? What happened?
My girlfriend were cheating on me. You know what I mean?
Because you know why? How hard was you fucking her?
You loved her.
Did you fuck her? Did you fuck her like she was she was a girl you didn't give a fuck about?
Nah.
There you go.
Well, now
Stop kissing her on the forehead.
This is stupid. I mean, this is almost stupid.
Gotta fuck her like she's a homer, man. Yeah. Don't you ever stop smashing it. Fuck her like you're a caveman killer. But go ahead, man.
But yeah, after a couple of girlfriends, I was just I'm tired of this shit. Fuck that, and just started I met this one girl, banged her, and then didn't talk to her for a couple months.
Right.
You just trying to get with her.
Banged her again. Didn't talk to her for a couple months. Started dating her, and now
I love that the whoever the other gentleman is on this, I guess, podcast. I don't think this is a radio show because of the language. He's banged her because it's just banged her, bro. That's the verbiage we're using. Banged her just feels dated. It feels super dated. He also sounds, and you can't judge too much on things like that, but he sounds like he just is a nice person. He doesn't sound like he innately wants to be a not nice guy, He sounds nice.
pretty much in my pocket now.
Hold on, baby, because he can hear you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Shut up, please. Hold on. Finish what you just say what you just said again, dude.
She's pretty much in my pocket now.
She's in your pocket because you felt like you fucked the shit out of her and then you just said nice talking to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's your problem, ladies? He's in a happy relationship now because he's running it.
Well, can I say this? I don't
He
think
didn't say
they're
that.
really happy. I think it's about a balance, and Jeffrey can talk a lot about this. I don't think it's ever about being on one side, being complete jerks, banging women, and then not talking to them the next day.
Wait, let me explain what she did. She did the quote unquote sign and looked in the air. Go ahead, beautiful.
Or
banging women. This is so beneath me.
or being what you feel, what he's talking about. Some women are drooling and pining over them. Neither one of them is good because none of it's attractive for anybody when anyone's at two opposite extremes. But having a balance, knowing who you are and saying, I want you, I don't need you,
my
but I want
God.
you.
Do you understand that is a woman's put here's a problem. Thank you, sir, for calling it.
You're done. I don't even know if that's a woman's perspective. Her response was a little complicated for me, and it just feels like sometimes it just ain't that deep. Sometimes, I think we as human beings try to make things all convoluted and complicated, and it's just not that deep. Sometimes she's just not that into you. Sometimes he's just not that into you. I don't think it's that deep. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Here's a problem. Thank you, sir, for calling it. Here's the problem with women. When do you suspect? Let's say, when do you suspect? What year did we find out pussy was important? You think? The year one.
The year one.
As soon as he showed up.
Whenever the beginning of time when somebody found out.
That's why he ate that
that
apple,
you go,
'cause she was
holy shit.
That's why prostitution
pussy is the oldest value.
He ate that apple because
Patrice, that's why prostitution is the oldest profession.
It's the oldest profession. Now, here's what I think happened. And here's listening to Carlotta, listening to Catherine, and listening to you. Dawn. Dawn's kind of chilling.
He didn't know the guy's name. Carlotta, Catherine, and you. I do wish everyone would stop speaking over each other, but can't have everything you wish for.
And listening to you. Dawn. Dawn's kind of chilling.
Listening to her thinking.
Listen to her thinking. Right. What I think is what happened is once men found out, this is how powerful vagina is. I think if we found out 20,000 years ago that
20,000.
pussy was important. And women found it out. Like, holy shit, I can get all this nigga's rocks or all this whatever was valuable.
I got something
shells.
valuable here, right? Yeah.
Seashells.
Shells and his rocks.
Whatever was valuable then, and a woman found out, shit, this motherfucker gonna give me all of this for this? You understand? And that was shaving. You know, that bitch's pussy was a mess in the year one. So what happened is women never, ever progressed. You've never progressed in your game. So men are still 10,000 years behind, but we are steadily trying to catch up to where vagina is and the importance thing so that we can keep our rocks. That's what we're trying to do. But you're staying exactly the same. You're just going through the same mentality, and men are trying to figure out, we are really trying to conquer the vagina.
To figure out how
it's
to get
very
our rocks
important.
off.
But you marginalize how.
This all feels so overthought to me. I don't know why. I'm trying to hear what Pat said and is it really like this? I don't think everyone is this. This could be from a woman's perspective or just my perspective, but I don't know if I think everyone views sexual relations to be this important, to have this kind of strategic methodology or mythology to achieving it. I don't know. I guess everyone has their own. I don't know. I am confusion.
Going through the same mentality, and men are trying to figure out, we are really trying to conquer the vagina.
To figure out how
it's
to get
very
our rocks
important.
off.
But you marginalize how important it is for us. You really, all the things you say is based on you and how you feel and what it should be for us.
Comfortable.
But we don't give a fuck, Carlotta.
Entitlement.
Okay,
I don't care
I get that.
if you can
I get
read.
that.
You know why I don't give a fuck if you can read? Because a man, this is why women hate to be number one.
No, some women, men care. There are some men who care about that.
If you can't fuck, Catherine, I don't give a fuck, because I can. I'll teach you. If you can't read, I don't give a fuck. I'll teach you. If you don't know how to read, I'll figure out some shit we can do that you're going to get.
No.
Any of your shortcomings as a woman, based on the fact you got vagina, you'll be all right, because I'm the king and it trickles down. But when a woman, wait a minute now, tell me the truth.
People need
Carlotta,
to be
let me,
conversation.
you know what, I'm going to let you,
Somebody wants to
hold on,
learn
hold on.
context.
Let me finish, I'm going to finish the whole thing real quick, and then you respond. When a man has shortcomings, when a man is lower level than you would like him to be, if he's under you in terms, you can't deal with that. You can't deal with uplifting a guy. Not that you don't want to, but it's not attractive. It makes you sick to have to raise a man up.
Why does it have to be over or under? Why can't it be can I just ask
you know what?
Why are so many women with losers, though?
No,
because
the
it's
other
that low
side of the coin.
self-esteem thing, and you realize that doesn't last, does it? It always she comes in, she does a thing, she does this and she does that, but she eventually, a chick. I've been a bum guy in 2 relationships, and I realized no matter how lovely they were, oh no, I have it, I got it. I didn't have it when I was young. I didn't have it. They had it, Oh, I got you. Eventually, they will go, why I gotta keep paying for the fucking food? I'll never say.
This is a lot for me. I am what is going on? I do think that Patrice there's some validity to what he's saying. I just don't think this applies to everyone. And again, I'm coming from a woman's perspective, which he just said, we do, I think, tend to think about things only from our perspective. And so how would we know how important on the scale of priority that vagine is to a man? You know what I mean? Unless we're just basing it off of what a man has told us, like Patrice here. So I think there's some validity to what he's saying. I just feel like this is very much a personal preference, personal need basis, and not a general like not a generalization. You cannot just be saying this and this applies to everyone. Can you? And how did we get here in relation to nice guys? I have to have a sip of this is apple juice, you guys. I'm like stressed out. This is stressing me out.
It's about a balance. It's about a balance. And I understand, I do get what you're saying, because sometimes, I have been in relationships where I do think that it's nice when guys take care of things. I think I take care of other things, like in other ways. But I hear what you're saying.
What's the other ways? I'm not going to keep letting you just vaguely say stuff. What's the other ways?
Yeah, he's not with that. He's like, I'm sitting here and I broke it down for you and you're being all. So I definitely understand. And I agree. Like, I've been in a couple relationships, and I've even said, like, leaving those relationships, I'm not raising anyone else's son. I'm not raising anyone else's son, meaning I feel like in those relationships, I helped those boys become men, or I helped whomever kind of level up in a way, whatever it was, responsibility, how they dress, their confidence, whatever that was. I have definitely left a relationship and felt that way, but I feel like men can leave relationships too and feel like, oh, she drained me, or whatever it is, you know? And I think that, again, it depends on the type of person that you're dealing with, because some people love to be the one that's depended on and be nurturing, and, you know, and then some people have their own intentions. Some women or some men might like to be the one to take care of things so that they can hang it over their head. You just never know. I just feel like this is such a wide scope of conversation depending on people and their preferences that we are hearing be kind of super generalized. And I just don't know if I can agree.
No, listen. And I think it's unhealthy.
I'm curious to hear that too.
Okay, what's the other ways, Carlotta?
I'm saying, but it's about me even achieving that balance. Like, you shouldn't always have to pay for dinner. Like, sometimes I should. Like, I think it's about,
I don't think you should. I don't think you need to.
Okay, that's your choice. But that's not saying that I'm not offering.
Well, I must
and
say,
you have to be in a position.
What is she
that
talking about?
If my girl pay for my food,
If I don't have it. That's one thing.
If my girl pay for my food, I know that I'm in a position where she can't hold it over me, because naturally she's gonna slowly.
See,
nice watch. Naturally she's gonna start to go, motherfucker. She knows she paid for. If I go, give me $20, man. I'm gonna say that with that kind of.
Anybody's gonna say that when it's
comfort zone.
I like taking care of women. Don't you like taking care of women?
That's our job. It trickles down from us.
I love that feeling. I like women to feel safe and secure with me. I want them to know that I will take care of them.
But it's about a balance.
I'm not paying somebody's rent.
See, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some men prefer to take care of their women. Some don't. This is a age-old conversation. I feel like every few months on social media, this debate comes up where it's like, women, if you're going 50-50 with a man that you're living with, then da-da-da-da-da, and then people are like, what are you talking about? Like, everyone is different. Everyone has their preferences, and that's why everyone isn't for everyone. Carlotta I get the frustration here, because she's really not talking about anything. Carlotta, girl, more power to you, but, like, I just don't feel like I understand. It could be that she's just not being given the full opportunity to explain herself. And Patrice O'Neal feels like he's the type of person that it's hard to, like, have a back and forth with him. But I'm definitely leaning towards understanding him more than I am understanding her position, because I just, like, don't understand what she's trying to say. It does feel kind of vague and elusive.
Yeah, I want them to know that I will take care of them.
But it's about a balance.
I'm not paying somebody's rent.
A balance for what?
Kathy, go ahead.
I must say I do agree with you, because it is somewhat off-putting, and it becomes less and less attractive if you are dealing with a man that can't, hold his own weight or be a provider. So I can't sit here and say that it should be equal, yes, on some, because you have to give back in a relationship, but at the same time, I think a man is a provider.
It's never. Let me say this. Let me say this to you. Let me change that word. Let me change that word equal. I'm gonna give you a better word. You have your value. But equal ain't gonna happen.
Well, when I say equal,
we're different.
You have your value.
I'm talking about equal. I was thinking in the context of going out to dinner. Sometimes you should, of course, pay for dinner.
But that's logistics. That's not even the big picture.
There's no such thing as different and equal.
I don't believe in that. I do believe in that. But I'm gonna say
you
this.
Believe in what?
I do
She's
believe
trying
in
to tell you
equal but different. Okay, but I will say this, that Okay, in a lot of majority of the situations, like the man sometimes is making more money than the woman. I'm not talking about if I don't have it. If I don't have it and like you're making more money than me, that's one thing. That's
Doesn't matter.
That's no,
to me. It doesn't matter to me if you don't have it.
I understand.
To a real dude.
I'm talking about for me, sweetie.
Right.
I'm talking about for me. Like,
And that's what you've been talking about. That is the problem,
You got
Carlotta.
your opinion and I got mine, so I'm just trying to talk to you.
But the world, do you think the world,
Can I finish? No, I don't.
Wait a minute, do you think the world understands women's needs more than a man's needs?
No, but I do. I do. I think it's unfair. I do. But I'm just saying this. When I don't have it...
Wait. Do you... No. There was a question posed. What was your answer to
He said, do the society or the world around us understand women's needs more than men's? I'm listening to you. And yes, I do.
Okay.
I actually listen. I know you don't, but I do. No, I'm just joking, but I'm serious. You don't listen sometimes, but I'm joking. No, but I'm saying that if I don't have it, that's one thing. And sometimes when I don't have it, yeah, pick me up, help me out. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have it, like hopefully I can help you out too. You know what I mean?
See, but you gotta understand, it's not picking you up and helping you out for us.
It's what we do.
It trickles down from me. That's what I'm supposed to do.
You are a provider. I do believe that.
And we want to do it.
Yes,
but I'm not asking.
That's part of being a man.
Good gracious. And I would also beg the question of what stage of the relationship are we even having this conversation in? Because when you're just dating someone, I think these are conversations you have as you're learning someone, as you're courting someone, right? Like, how do you feel about splitting things, and how do you feel about me paying for things, and what are your expectations, right? But I mean, I would say on like a first date basis, whoever asked whomever out handles the date. And as a like more forward woman here, like I've asked men out. I've like, you know what I mean? Like I was certainly the one that was letting my husband know like, hey, what's up? And I mean, we were teenagers, so I didn't have a pot to piss in, but I do think this feels like I just would love to know what their thoughts are and like where are we in the dynamic to even be having this kind of conversation. Are we just dating? Are we exclusively in a relationship? Like, where are we? Because I think these are learned things that, again, it depends on who you're dating and that person and what they expect, what they need, and what they want. And yes, I do think men are more, generally speaking, led by their physical needs than women. And that's a generalization because it's not true. Sometimes that role is reversed. However, but it's hard. I don't understand. I don't think anyone sitting around that table understands what Carlotta is trying to say, because being fair to her, she's not being given ton of opportunity to really clarify. They're just getting so frustrated with her, but just what's coming out of her mouth is kind of frustrating. But I mean, I agree. I think like no one wants to feel like they are the only one taking care of, putting in effort, spending time, understanding the other person's point of view, and that is not happening the other way around. And I think, right, like if Patrice was, I don't know, I agree more with Patrice.
King Patrice, Carlotta. You're Queen Carlotta.
Sweetheart, I understand that, but what I'm saying is I still would like to offer.
I cannot stand when anyone is like, sweetheart, baby, listen. I just feel like it's kind of condescending, like the way she keeps calling him sweetheart. It's like, he's getting his point across. You don't have to like talk down it. I don't know. Stuff like that bothers me. I can't stand when people who are like, especially my age, it's like, my grandmother can call me sweetheart. You cannot call me sweetheart. Please don't do that. Do y'all feel that way? I don't know.
You're Queen Carlotta.
Sweetheart, I understand that, but what I'm saying is I still would like to offer, like I'm still going to offer. Like, great, you want to do it.
Very nice.
And here's what I said. And here's what I said to you earlier. Here's what I said to you earlier that you didn't listen to. It's not that hot. You're just getting hot.
Yeah, she's definitely getting hot.
I'm overweight, baby. What's your excuse? Yeah, it's getting hot in there, ain't it?
No, it's hot here.
I want to say something to when you said how do women end up with bums. I think that women who end up with bums, they still think those bums are better than them. Like if you got a woman and she has degrees
in the beginning,
and she thinks he's better, because even though he doesn't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of, he doesn't care. So she admires the fact, his free spirit, the fact that he don't give a fuck, that he really doesn't care. He has nothing going on and he don't care. Whereas you might have
coming to your second
you have your degrees and this, that, and the other, and you're still worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. And that is something to be jealous of. It's something to admire in a man. And so I think.
Woo, that was a debate. And I think I've spoken enough about where I stand on it. I think it was a lot. And to know that it like went on, I'm like, oh gosh. All right, y'all. Well, I've said what I needed to say, and so did they. Go have the day you deserve. Peace.